In this video, we'll be talking about package design and what you as a designer need to know when creating packaging for your clients. Let's start off with the definitions. Now, we've all experienced packaging before, but a good package is more than just a container for a product. The function of a package is to attract a consumer and to make them want to buy your product. It's also a combination of two-dimensional and three-dimensional design. You don't have just one flat surface to deal with. You need to think about the overall shape of the entire package. When you present information on a package, there should be a clear visual hierarchy. The most important information should be read by the consumer within a few seconds. Other information, such as the ingredients or instructions, can be less important. As a designer, understanding this hierarchy and how a package is formed, handled, and presented is known as the package architecture. So, why do we need packaging? Why can't a label or an ad be enough? True packaging is part of a brand experience. The appearance of a package, its form, structure, the colors, types, and images chosen, all of these require strategic planning to ensure they capture the customer's attention. Think about what makes you want to buy something. How do you trust that it's right for you? A good package can seduce you into purchasing a brand at least once. And if you like the product, then you'll look for it again and you'll overlook other brands the next time you shop. The package by itself can even make the most mundane commodities such as this tea look special. And if it looks special, then you'll form an emotional bond with the brand. On the flip side, if you have a poorly designed package, it can make a great product look inferior. Have a look at both of these packagings for vanilla ice cream. Which one stands out to you as cheap? Why is that? Obviously, the one on the left is intended to appeal to the price-conscious consumer, while the one on the right has a premium product. As a designer, you need to be aware of how your package elements are being perceived. Finally, a poorly engineered package can leave your customer with a bad brand experience. The lady at the top is struggling with that hard clamshell packaging we've all tried to cut open. It's very durable, but there's an almost universal hatred of how difficult it is to open. Apple, on the other hand, prides itself with simplicity. That simplicity is extended to their minimalist packaging. Everything is small, everything is lightweight and easy to get into, and their brand loyalty speaks for itself. If you find yourself working on a product package, here's the first steps to keep in mind. Most often, your package will be part of a larger brand, so pay attention to colors, logos, type styles, even promotions and advertising. You want your package to conform to the expectations of an entire company brand. When package design is part of a brand identity program, other applications may include instruction booklets and identity systems. The product line No Boundaries creates packaging for a variety of home and educational products. To keep their brand consistent, they've set up guidelines for how the typography, placement, logos, and colors should appear on each package. Without these guidelines, each package may slowly lose its connection to the original brand, and it would start to look different. The next time you go into a store, pay attention to the different kinds of brands that are being sold. The first kind is known as a national brand. National brands are products that are sold in a variety of stores, either nationally or even globally. They are also widely promoted on TV, radio, and in print ads. Kellogg's, General Electric, Johnson & Johnson, Dole, and Nike. All of these are national brands that have a variety of products you'd expect to easily find. So their packaging needs to be quickly and universally recognizable. Other types of brands are known as store brands, sometimes called boutique labels. These are products sold only in specific stores. They may have a variety of products, but their packages are often distinct enough to be separated in the minds of the consumer. In this photo, we see Great Value, which is Walmart's store brand for their grocery. You won't find these packages in any other store. Notice how certain elements are repeated in each one. This makes it instantly recognizable in the mind of the consumer. When people look at a package, they come to expect certain things about the products inside them as well. If a package is simple and clean, then they want the product to be simple and clean too. If a food package looked rich and expensive, then people expect the food to taste superior to anything else. If you create a sense of value in the package design, then the customer will gladly pay more for it. Let's go back to our ice cream example we used earlier. Kroger usually makes 3 different kinds of chocolate ice cream. Just by looking at the package, I bet you can quickly discern which is the cheapest and which is the most expensive. Why would Kroger do this? Why sell a cheap, an expensive, and a mid-range food item? Well, Kroger is trying to appeal to the 3 economic needs of customers. There's a need for cheap ice cream that can be bought in bulk for large parties. There's a mid-range that would appeal to the everyday needs. And then there's the special occasions for that private selection type of product. Kroger understands that customers come into their stores with different expectations and needs. They want you to find what you need quickly, so the packaging says loud and clear what to expect from the product. I wonder how different they would taste though. It's estimated that 3/4 of all purchases are made on the fly while you are in the store. Most people make choices on brands based on their emotional benefits, the value, the cost, and even convenience. As a designer, your package could be the make or break factor in selling a product. This is why we say that packaging is the final brand experience before you make a purchase. Now let's look at some of the benefits of packaging. The first benefit of any package design is how it functions. Functional benefits are part of its structure, how it holds the product together, the materials it's made of, the weight, and even how easy or difficult it is to open. The next part deals with the emotional benefits of the package. Visual cues such as color, typography, and materials all play a major role in letting people know the flavor, scents, type, and contents. Taken together, it can also signal status and quality. Photographs can also create an emotional connection to a package. Often, these photos are manipulated to enhance certain qualities of a product, or they might be illustrations demonstrating what a product can do. The final benefit comes from the copy or the text found on a page. How you structure the hierarchy of information and the style of lettering can communicate both emotional and functional benefits. Regardless what you put onto a package design has to be interesting enough for someone to notice it. If the package holds the person's attention, the shopper begins to scan the package for more information. Since your package will be one among many, have a clear visual hierarchy, as well as a compelling entry point that will draw the customer into your composition. Be sure to pick out all of the critical information and make that dominant. A shopper should see that in the first few seconds on the front of the shelf. If you were to come across a product in a store, would you be able to recognize it as edible or not? Consumers bring their preconceptions about how products should look and feel into the store. In a couple of seconds, the consumer must be able to decipher and comprehend your product information. In the packaging of products like food, toiletries, and beverages, color conjures up a key associations and can designate flavors and often fragrances. Package design must be attractive, legible, and appropriate for the audience and its marketplace. The casing aspect of package design is three-dimensional, but when it's on its shelf, the package is seen from a two-dimensional frontal view. However, once it's taken off the shelf, that's when it becomes a 3D solution. As a designer, you may have to determine how your design concept will look in a line of products and how they can be differentiated. Make their function clear through type, color, create a visual interest, and make sure that they're unified in a series. This is most evident when you put packaging from a national brand next to a store brand. The use of color, size, and visual hierarchy of information are all cues that the product is the same, but the brand is different. So, in conclusion, here's a summary of information. Package design functions as packaging, but also attracts a consumer and presents information. Package design involves a complete strategic planning and is designing of the form, structure, and appearance of a product's package, which functions as both casing, promotes a brand, presents information, and becomes a brand experience. Package designers must be knowledgeable about a range of construction technical factors. Package designers work in collaboration with identity designers, marketing executives, product developers, manufacturers, industrial designers, and packaging engineers. Most often, package design is one part of an integrated branding program whose marketing strategy may feature a variety of marketing initiatives, including promotions, product launches, and advertising. When package design is part of a brand identity program, other applications may include logo design, visual identity, signage, graphics, and more. Besides carrying national brands and boutique labels, retail store chains often have their own branded products. The model for store brands usually is either a house of brands, where each product is named and branded individually, or a branded house, where all the products fall under one name. Psychologically, people tend to be attracted most by the visuals and often project the visual attributes onto the package, from the package onto the product. Most every person who looks at a package sees the whole package rather than the separate visual or tactile elements. However, each visual component has more of an effect on the individual than one realizes. Some visual components cue the viewer to others. In store or at home, a person needs to be able to decipher and comprehend product information within a couple of seconds. Most packaging is displayed on shelves in multiples, where we see a cumulative effect of several packages lined up next to one another, as well as how one brand looks competitively against another.